Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Cooking with Tiffany. I am your host, Tiffany DuBois-Morales. Now, this is going to be a slightly longer video because we're doing a very standard cooking process today. We are doing slow braised oxtails, which you can find these bad boys over at Gianta's Prime Shop at Reading Terminal Market here in Philadelphia, PA. Our produce is courtesy of everybody at Iovine Brothers Market, minus this garlic, which is Whole Foods Market, and our spices, barley, and stock are all courtesy of the Head Nut, also at Reading Terminal Market. So sit back, relax, and we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So the very first thing that we are going to do right now is season our oxtail. Now, oxtail generally benefits from low and slow cooking, and for once I actually had the time to do that instead of putting them in our pressure cooker to just braise under pressure for like hour and a half and everything else. So I'm taking advantage of this rare opportunity. The spice rub that we're going to be using is black peppercorn, ras el hanout, Ethiopian berber, sumac, harissa, and Maras Bieber pepper. Now that you can find pretty much in Malta, which is where we got it. I don't use this a whole lot, so we got that. But you want to season your oxtail aggressively. And let all of these beautiful warming spices get infused quickly. And at that point, we're going to let this do its thing and get our Dutch oven started, because you want to sear these first, allow it to rest a little bit while you get started on, your braising liquid and stew and everything else. So that's what we're going to do. You want to make sure that your oxtails get seared on all sides. And you want to time this for, we'll say, 2 minutes. Now, as you can hear, our oxtail are getting seared on their individual sides. So we have that. It's going to be 2 minutes per section or per side, so that'll equal 2, 4, 6, 8, like a solid 10 minutes of cooking, or at least starting with the searing process. So we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So we have gone ahead and seared our oxtail for the last 10 minutes. So we are going to allow these bad boys to rest for a couple of minutes while we get our Dutch oven cooled off a little bit and get started on our braising liquid. So we will be right back. All right, everybody, we are back. So we have reset our Dutch oven, and we are going to get started on our braising liquid for those beautiful oxtails. First thing we're going to add are our 3 red Fresno hot peppers and thinly sliced garlic, both of which you can find at your local produce store and Whole Foods market. So we're going to get started with this first because oxtail is traditionally a very well spiced and or spicy, dish in West Africa, in Morocco, in Tunisia. You can find oxtail infused with so many incredible spices from the Caribbean. It is a classic. It's a very classic dish that I'm giving kind of a Mediterranean Turkish spin with the pressure cooked barley that I'm going to do, and incorporating, things like fresh thyme, parsley, and all of these amazing spices. So we got the garlic and hot peppers going first. Onions are going to be your next layer, followed by your first round of seasoning, which, if your nose isn't tickled or you're ready to, and you're not ready to sneeze to kingdom come, you haven't seasoned this enough. We got our cucumbers, not our cucumbers, our carrots. Tomatoes, and our bone broth seasoned with beef. Ooh. Oh God, I wish you guys could smell this right now. This smells amazing. And most importantly, our oxtail, which it looks like I'm going to need to add just a little more liquid. One final round of seasoning. Cover with our lid. And keep that medium heat for the next 30 minutes when we go and check it. Traditionally, low and slow is the way you want to go. These bad boys are probably going to be braising for the next 2 to 2.5 hours. After this initial 30 minutes, I'm going to just reduce this to low heat, and Then we'll add in the celery and little mini bell peppers towards the end of the cook, probably during the last half hour. We'll get the barley going in our pressure cooker during that last half hour of the braise, and we're going to garnish with our thyme and our parsley at the end. So this is it for a little while, but we will be back. All right, everybody, I want you to take a look-see at our beautiful braised oxtail. Now, it has been simmering for a solid hour and a half. The way you check if your oxtails are cooked all the way through is if you see the meat separating from the bone. They are not where I want them, so we are going to increase our heat and bring it back to medium, and bring this up to a boil. I am not cooking this covered anymore, but let's also take a look at the state of our stock. You want to make sure that you get all of the flavors of the onions, the garlic, the carrots, and tomatoes, as well as the Fresno hot peppers, which in the case of this dish, you do. We're going to go ahead and add in our bell peppers and celery at this point, and just kind of leave this open for the hopefully remaining hour that we are going to be cooking this for. So we have all of that, and I'm also going to throw in our fresh thyme. The next thing that we are going to go ahead and do is our barley. So in here we have 1 cup of barley that I've already gone ahead and measured. We're going to season the barley with the same dried spices used in the braising liquid. We're also going to cover the barley in just some plain water so that the barley gets all of the spices infused together. Cover with our lid. Set it to rice and grain setting. Set it to high temperature and increase the timer to 15 minutes. And this will basically be done in, the next half an hour or so. So we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. And after, if we're going to be technical, 3 hours of braising, a solid 2 hours uncovered and an hour covered, we have our slowly braised oxtails. So we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. And take a look. So these were the 4 pieces of oxtail that we have rather nicely braised in our Dutch oven. This is all of the meat. So at this point, the only thing we have left to do is add our cooked oxtail to all those vegetables and the amazing sauce or braising liquid that we cooked these oxtail in. Add in our chopped parsley, and most importantly, stir all of this together so that you will have a beautiful, hearty, braised oxtail stew with your barley and all of those amazing vegetables. But at this point, we are once again finished. So, as a reminder, thank you so very much to everybody at Iovine Brothers, the Head Nut and Giannis Prime Shop, all at Reading Terminal Market for my amazing dinner, and Whole Foods Market for my garlic. I'm your host, Tiffany DuBois-Morales. Bye.